Hey everybody, Darth Boy here. You're probably wondering, wow, that's your new TV, that looks great. Why isn't it in the hole? Well, because I wasn't thinking. Because I wasn't thinking, I didn't measure it, and now that I'm looking at it, damn it, I'm gonna have to remove that shelf. I'm gonna have to move all this gear. I'm gonna have to move these figures. Probably these guys too. So I'll be missing one shelf. I thought this was going to be easy. Keep in mind, this all happened at 7 or 8. I don't know what any of that noise is outside. Alright. Yeah, whatever. So this dumbass remote is going to be listening to whatever the fuck I say. So I've got my TV set up almost like motion. Alright, so if it's got cinema mode, maybe I'll be fine there. Whatever. By the time you see the rest of this video, I will have probably figured it out. You know, the irony is, I went to Comic-Con, right? And I bought 2 new figures. And I was going to put them there. Oh, here are the damn batteries. And apparently, also the damn TV didn't come with a little adapter for a composite video, so I gotta buy that now. I'm just gonna start moving shit around. I'm seeing how this TV is. It's got Bluetooth. This is a really good TV. It's just, I don't know. Wait, is this like all my voodoo shit? I guess. Does it come with voodoo? Oh, it comes with the voodoo. Okay. Oh, it actually comes with a lot of good shit. Okay. Yeah, because this is a smart TV. Alright, probably by the time I edit this video, everything will have been set up, so this is just mildly more frustrating than I was expecting to deal with. See you whenever the next part is. Oh, this isn't exactly the update I was thinking of having, but here we are. Honestly, rehooking all this shit up wasn't as much of a pain in the ass as I was worried it was going to be. I was worried I was going to have to move that amp, but then I just went, most of this shit is pretty thin enough where I can, get away with it. But I left that little bit there, not for any piece of equipment, but probably just a little section for my action figures and shit. That's going to have to be redone as well eventually. But once the TV's in the hole, once this is there, once that shelf is gone, then I can actually get back to putting all this shit on the floor again, and then I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna get the power cords on that shelf. But I'll probably do this throughout the week. I think what I'm gonna have to do if I want the Wii, I'm gonna have to do this very carefully. Hopefully I'll be able to move this over here, like to the right. Because once that's removed, this is still on. So I turned it off. So basically, I mean, the one kind of ironic good thing, I don't know if I would be able to put this on top of this, but probably not. There's like way more room here. I'm saving that so I could maybe put my action figures back. And it's just going to look a little different. It's not going to be like a straight line like it was. I also got to dust those, and then maybe I can dust these guys too. I am slightly disappointed, but I had a feeling I was going to have to get rid of something more than I was expecting. Because I literally just thought, oh, I'll just put this here, it'll be great, no problem. And then I'm like, ew, I should have measured this bitch. But I got the new TV, the old one's gone. So, and it works, and I can play all my shit in 4K. I just gotta fuck with the picture a bit, because it's weird. I think I'm gonna try HDR when, the 4K players are set up properly again, and everything's plugged back in. I might have to buy another splitter. Mild pain in the butt, but not as much of a pain in the butt as I was thinking it would be. So, yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna go vote now. So, still working on it. But the important thing is to get the TV reset up in that hole and getting rid of that shelf and plugging everything in that's essential. And then once that's done, you'll see that part when that part's up. So, there's a good chance that this is part of a larger video, or it's just a video on its own. As you can see, the TV setup has changed, but it's basically the same, or close to it, because very anal retentive about, my displays and setups. You got some shit from Philly Comic-Con that I'm really excited to show you. But, I'll show you the back of this in a minute, but I want to show you this cool shit first. It's going to be a little hard to see, unfortunately. So, as you all know, I got that from Hayden Christensen back in 2024 at Philly Comic-Con. He was totally awesome. And then, 2025, we meet John fucking Boyega. Let's go. That's his autograph. He was extremely nice. One of the nicest people I had the privilege of meeting at a Comic-Con. I was just very depressed about one thing. To be fair, this was very early in the day at Philly Comic-Con too. But nobody was at his booth. Barely anybody was there. And I was just shocked. Because he was in a recent Star Wars trilogy, and it just baffled me. But whatever. He was awesome. So nice, so humble. I hope he comes back. His jaw dropped when I said to his face that Mark Hamill deserved a fucking Oscar nomination for The Last Jedi. Which I don't know if he's heard that, but I legitimately will die on that hill. That was one of the best performances I've seen in that entire saga. Mark killed it. Mark deserved accolades for that performance. There was so much nuance, and John Boyega was just so chill. I love Philly Comic-Con. I've got videos of it. I gotta upload that shit. Anyway, back to the setup part of the video. Setup is back, basically. Now, one thing that you'll notice that's different, we got this, which is a 7-input HDMI switcher. I've got a HDMI to composite video switcher. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, weren't you really obsessive about getting a TV with composite out? Which I did. The TV does have composite out. But it wasn't working right. So then I was going, okay, what am I going to do about this? So I had this in my shopping cart, this 7 switcher. And I had this HDMI to composite switcher also in my cart. So I just thought, fuck it. And I really love this setup. In some ways it's better than my older setup. Well, obviously it's a lot better. And in some ways it's worse. So this shelf here, I have to fuck with because I want to display my action figures again. But it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. And then I probably got to remove some shit, but not a big deal. This TV is way bigger. There used to be another shelf here, which is now here, because we had to remove that shelf, otherwise the TV wasn't going to fit. As you can see, it's not one-to-one like the old setup for obvious reasons, bigger TV, but this is doing shit that I am blown away that it's doing. Okay, so thing one, This is a component to HDMI switcher that I've had connected to my Wii forever. And for the longest time, the Wii, you'd have to force it to be 16 by 9. I don't have to do that with the way this is set up. And if you're wondering what input a lot of these switch boxes are connected to, they are connected to HDMI 2. HDMI 3 is the amp, which I'm still having some issues with. Not a lot, just a little bit. And HDMI 4 is everything else at this point. So the composite video switcher is on. I just love how clickety this is. It's so clickety. It has a nice, satisfying clickety. Nice. Love things that go clickety. Clickety. Sorry, that's my ADHD kicking in. Anyway, maybe this I'll start to fuck with a little bit because I've never tried using this with its inputs. You can apparently, but I've never given it a shot, and I'm tempted to do that. But I also just love that I now technically have. Actually, that's not true because these switches are now full. I'm probably connecting to another switcher. In fact, if I trace this cable, where is this cable? I don't even know where the fuck that cable goes. My friends are coming over shortly, so I'm looking forward to showing them that. I think I'm going to move this cable to here because it'll just make things easier. And then I've also got something that kind of makes one of these things pointless. But yeah, as you can see, we have an almost perfect setup. The only thing I don't like, and this is me just being a little redundant, is that I might reposition these two. But everything works, everything is connected. The VCR, I mean, I'm blown away by that I can actually see the user interface on the VCR, which I haven't seen in 10 years. Maybe a little more. Well, when I was doing all this capturing stuff, I am losing my train of thought. I am just really, now that I'm just taking it all in, I've got all this shit hooked up to one TV again, and it's not super fucking confusing. It's just the right amount of confusing. And the only mild inconvenience I have is I gotta fuck with these knickknacks on this top shelf. And I might have room for another console if I go down that route. I definitely have room for a Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 if I get one. I can plug a laptop into this thing without a problem. I don't know if it has a computer input or not, but this is just my brain kind of mellowing out and getting past all that anxiety, and I'm channeling that anxiety into completing this, making sure this is good. Let's gotta clear these chairs off for my guests that are coming. Maybe that'll be it. Live long and prosper.